Hey guys, it's Chase with Limitless. I just want to give you a rundown on this season's accessories that we built for the new LV3, but the majority of them also work for our pre-existing LV2, which is still in production. So if you have an LV2 and you're curious on what the new accessories are, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how they install and how they work, and just some of the features of them. The first one we're going to start with, which is definitely beneficial for every Limitless sled deck that's ever been made, is our super clamp holder. So if your sled deck is in the box of your truck, it's going to make it easy to measure, but basically you're going to want to find a buddy that trusts you, or that you trust, and have them shut the tailgate while you're in the box of your truck, and you're actually going to hold it up to where your super clamp is, depending on where your tailgate is. You can mount it this way if the deck is out of your truck, but you're going to hold it up on the side of this square notch is. And just put one little mark on each side. On the other side, you could just measure back, and that'll be an easy way to do it. This is like what the package is going to look like that you're going to receive. It's going to have all the hardware in it and a left and right super clamp holder. They do come as a pair. I'm using a 3/4 inch impact. I'm going to back these nuts off. And we're just going to loosen the front one. Front one does not have to come completely out. So what you're going to see is you're going to see 4 3/4 inch carriage bolts and 4 3/4 inch nuts. You're going to use 2 per side. So to get these bolts in here, pull this back, slide out one of your carriage bolts, and install 2 of your shorter ones. And then put in your other pre-existing bolt again. I will add that we are doing this on a long box deck. So if you're installing it into a 6-foot sled deck that is also, our 6-foot deck is actually 7'2", but if you're installing it in a short box truck, you're actually going to have to remove one more of these bolts, because there's a chance your super clamp holder will have to sit on this side. But seeing how this is a long box deck, they're going to go roughly there. We don't need to know exactly where those are going at this point. And then we're simply going to reinstall the ramp holder. So how you're going to be able to tell the super clamp holders apart from lefts and rights is they're bent the opposite way. So for the passenger side, you want to have the opening on the back side of the deck. So this one's going to go under from the side. And see our first little felt pen mark here? That's just roughly going to be the front of this notch is going to go with the end of the felt pen mark. And this measurement can be approximate because you can adjust it once on this slot back and forth if need be. Tighten it up. I'll show you quickly how it works. So you put your super clamp in the position, the handle in the up position. You'll slide it in, and then when it gets to this point, when you max it out, you're going to turn your super clamp and lay it on its side and pull the handle. So with this design, it doesn't matter where your hook is set. It doesn't matter if it's, because obviously this is adjustable depending on what skis you have on your snowmobile. It goes off of the pressure of the top. So no matter what, it is going to lock in there. Now that our super clamp holders are installed on the deck, I'll show you guys the new ramp assist. So our ramp assist can go into any LV2 as well as the LV3 that has this existing ramp holder pocket, which is the majority of LV2 decks. So I'll show you quickly the difference in the long box and short box ramp assist. So you'll notice that they're packaged different, and this is just to make sure that you do have the right package when you receive yours. The long box ramp assist, the short bars are 32 inches, and on the short box, they're actually longer at 39.5 inches. Other than that, the boxes do look the same, so make sure you do get the right one before you start. We have a long box LV2, so we're going to be installing the long box ramp assist. Okay, so in your hardware that comes in this box, we're going to find our 4 larger plastic bushings. They're all the same. 2 steel cleats, 4 smaller plastic bushings, 2 UHMW machine bushings that actually your ramp will slide on, and a small package of hardware. So first things first, what we're going to do is, whether you want to use a tape measure or micrometers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be very super accurate, but what we're doing is we're putting in the stop bolt, so when you slide out your ramp holder or your ramp assist, it's not just going to fall right onto the ground. So we're taking the calipers, we're going to go a 1/2 inch, and we're going to mark on the back of the deck a 1/2 inch in from the leg and a 1/2 inch in from the back. And we're going to do the same thing on each side. So a 1/2 inch in from the leg and a 1/2 inch in from the back. So now that we have that marked out, we're going to take a 1/4 inch drill bit and we're going to drill a hole in the bottom of our ramp sliders. So for the next part, we're going to do our short bars, and you'll see it has this welded flush ground tab on it. So as long as the track side is down, it doesn't matter left or right. So we're going to put on our back bushing, and you'll see the way that this snaps on. And basically that makes that shape, same as the ramp holder. We'll slide it into there. We'll take another big bushing and a small bushing on the top, snap it on, big bushing on the bottom, snap it on, and slide it into the hole. So that hole that we drilled earlier is now exposed and we can see it, and our bushing is past that. We're going to drop this bolt in through the top, and we're going to put a nut on the bottom side. It is a serrated nut. You can just tighten that and it will bite. We'll do the same with the other side. For the next part of your ramp assist, you will have 2 cleats. There is a left and right. You can tell that way just from obviously how offset the tab is. You do want the tab to go on the inside and the longer portion to go towards the outside of the deck. They will come pre-assembled. Use a 3/16 Allen key. And you'll just back this off. Don't take it all the way out. It doesn't need to. You'll slide it in this groove, washer on the bottom side. And simply tighten it up. Once again, the big portion of the steel cleat goes to the outside of the deck. And we'll do the same with the other side. For the next part, we're going to do the actual ramp assist bar that goes across the back. You'll see these 2 washers with a carriage bolt and a serrated flange head on them. Slide one in each end first. And then these are identical. They're machined the same, but they work on each end. And that square simply goes over top. Leave this loose for now. Do not tighten that down just yet. You're now going to flip it over and take 1 washer and your remaining hardware and a 1/4 inch Allen key, and simply just install the socket cap Allen head bolts into the bottom. These ones can also be tightened at this point. Now you're going to take your rear ramp assist bar, set it in place. And now with these bushings, as we left them loose, we're going to tighten these bushings down into place in line with our ramp holder. That one will be a 1/2 inch wrench. Now your ramp assist is installed in your deck. Cycle it. Make sure everything works and nothing binds. And the best part about this design is when you have the ramp assist and it's fully in and you're loading the back of your truck with other cargo, gas cans, gear bags, you can simply take it out, finish loading the box to your truck, and it doesn't interfere with any cargo. So we'll kind of give you a quick example while it's on forks. Obviously the forks are a bit in the way right now, but you pull your ramp assist out, pull your ramp back, and then you can just walk it up on the left and the right, and you didn't have to lift the entire weight of the ramp. There's half held up, and then you'd load your snowmobile, and for putting it away, you simply walk your ramp back in, walk it off to the holders, slide it in the back of your truck, and then if our forks weren't in the way, you push that in and you're done. For the next accessory is our track extension. I'm going to show you quickly how it works. Yours will come like this, disassembled. We have a side piece, 2 aluminum extrusions, 2 hooks, bag of hardware, and another side piece. For this, we're going to use a 3/16 bit driver. We're going to take a 1-inch 5/16 socket cap button head bolt with a lock washer. Just get it snug, don't tighten it at this point. Just loosen that off. So you can see from the side, we have the teeth of the extrusion pointing upwards. We'll do the same with the other side. Do the final torque with an Allen key. Holding it flat onto a table works really well to make sure that it's tightened down properly. So now for the hooks, use the remaining 4 1-inch long 5/16 bolts. Put the hooks on the inside with a 5/16 stainless washer with a 5/16 nylock nut. These use a 1/2 inch wrench. We'll do the same with the other side. Do the final torque. Their Allen key. So now the way that this extension works is after you're finished loading your sled, you'll move the back end of the sled to either the left or the right. You'll end up clipping on this extension over top of the rear bar. These the extension hooks will go underneath the rear bar of the sled deck, and then you'll throw the back end of the snowmobile on top of the extension and then fasten it down. The nice part about the extension on short box decks is when you lock your park brake of your snowmobile, it's just the added security of keeping the sled on the deck when you're going up rough roads.